The database is designed for simple ease of use. You can search it two ways, by company or by story. First, let's search by company. Let's search for Apple. This brings up all the brands and companies containing the word Apple. We want Apple Inc., the tech company. This brings up a company profile for Apple. Here you can see the company's registered address, turnover, and website. You can also see the company's ethical score, or ETHI score, which is out of a maximum of 15. The way we score companies is that each company starts with a score of 14. We assess a company against various criteria and marks are deducted for unethical policy or practice. There is one mark that is positive, which is the company ethos mark. This can be added to a company's score for a number of reasons. For example, if a company is not for profit or a charity, or if everything it sells is certified fair trade. The ETHI score is best used in combination with the detailed ratings, which are below. Here we see a summary of the ownership structure. This will not show all of a company's subsidiaries. Some companies have thousands, but it will always show you the most important ones and the ultimate holding or parent company. The next section is headed Ethical Stories. This is where you'll find the detail about how we have rated a company. These stories are split into 4 main categories: environment, people, animals, and politics. In this particular example, there aren't any stories relating to animals because Apple isn't directly involved in these sectors, for example, cattle farming or animal testing, and no criticisms were found relating to animal rights. Each of these categories is split into further subcategories. For example, let's look at the people subcategory. Now let's take a further look at one of these stories. Let's look at supply chain management. This is one of ethical consumers' ratings. We expect every company that produces physical goods to take adequate steps to ensuring workers' rights are upheld throughout its supply chain. A company will be rated either best, middle, or worst. If we click on the story, we can see the details. You will always be able to see when the research was conducted, our methodology, the final rating, including how this affects the scoring, and you'll also be able to see the reference, the primary source that we've used for the research. As well as our own ratings, we utilise the research done by third parties, such as reputable media outlets and campaign groups. Let's have a look at this story. Apple allows supplier factory Foxconn to violate labour laws. This is a report by China Labour Watch, released in September 2019. You can see a summary of the report and our conclusion. In this instance, Apple lost a full mark in the workers' rights category. Any stories that are older than 5 years no longer affect a company's scores. These stories are indicated by this symbol, a calendar with a cross in it. If you don't want to see stories older than 5 years, you can uncheck this box. Now let's look at the other way of searching the database. Story search. Story search allows you to search keywords that may be used in our stories or ratings. For example, let's search for carbon. This has brought up all the stories relating to the word carbon, many of which are the ethical consumer ratings for carbon management and reporting. As you can see, it brings up a number of results. You can sort these results by clicking on one of the column titles. Let's sort by date, the most recent stories first. If we click on the story, we can see more details about it. Above the stories, you can see a timeline. This allows you to set the parameters of your search. At present, this is set to only bring up stories from between 2016 and 2021. In this case, we can stretch the timeline all the way back to 1990. Once you reposition the slider, the page will automatically reload, bringing up results within your specified parameters. Let's do one more story search, palm oil. This brings up a number of results. Let's search alphabetically by title. Maybe you want to look at all the best ethical consumer ratings for palm oil. If you click on one of these ratings, you can see more information. That concludes our tour of the Ethical Consumer Corporate Research Database. Thank you for watching. If you're interested in subscribing or have any questions, please contact us using the details provided on the Corporate Research Database homepage.